So the Harry Potter saga is now complete, with the final movie raking in over $1 billion at the international box office. This was thanks to the popularity of the series and an insane marketing campaign full of trailers, TV spots and posters. What ingenious tagline could they be using for such a prestigious event? It all ends. Yeah, I kinda gathered that, seeing how it is the last movie. If you want everyone to watch Deathly Hallows Part 2, a slogan isn't gonna do much. Instead, you could promise potential viewers the following scenes. Have Dobby come back to life as a kick-ass Jedi, have Hermione tote a double-barrel shotgun, or have a scene where Harry plays Got Your Nose with Voldemort. A guy can dream. But let's take a look at what we did get. This is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. So our final chapter begins where the last movie left off, as our group are holding out at the home of Bill and Fleur.
Unicorn hair? 10 inches? Reasonably pliant. This was the wand of Draco Malfoy.
Jeez, you can tell that just by feeling and listening to it? What else do you think you can find out about a wand by doing that? Metal. Hair of a human? Mostly from the armpit area. The previous owner enjoyed long walks on the beaches and warm, luxurious bubble baths. What's that? You had uses other than that of a wand? He liked to shove you where? Oh, I don't care if you wiped you off afterwards, Jesus! So Harry, Ron and Hermione prepare for their visit to Gringotts to retrieve another Horcrux by having Hermione take Polyjuice Potion to look like Bellatrix.
You sure that's hers?
Positive.
Admittedly, it's not where I wanted to grab it from, but it'll have to do. She mustn't have shaved in years.
We're relying on you, Griphook. If you get us past the guards and into the vault, the sword's yours.
You know, movie, have you ever heard of a little thing called character motivation? You have to tell us why Griphook is requesting the sword. In the book it explains that he wants the sword because he believes it's goblin property. But for anyone who just watches the movies, they're going to come up with their own reasons why he wants it so bad. Maybe... Then the question would be, why wouldn't you want it? So the trio acquire the aid of Griphook to get to Bellatrix's vault, and to get there they have to... ride a roller coaster? It wasn't like this in Philosopher's Stone. What, is this some new plot to get more customers or something? Sick and tired of Dark Lord rule? Wanna have some fun? Then come on down to Gringotts and ride the amazing, bodacious and totally radical, holy crap I wanna shit my pants roller coaster. It's got twists, it's got turns, it's got water hazards, and for the big finale, an alarm that sounds like a monkey followed by a 200-foot drop to your untimely death. Book now and pay double. You won't need the money anyway.
It's been trained to expect pain when it hears the noise.
That's barbaric.
That's Wizard's chess. I watch these movies too much.
They've added the Gemino curse. Everything you touch will multiply.
Wait. There's a curse that can multiply objects. I'm sorry, isn't the very existence of such a spell totally gonna fuck up the Wizarding World economy? I mean, why hasn't any wizard used Gemino on a fancy broomstick or on some expensive robes? Hell, why hasn't any wizard used it on galleons? That sounds like the easiest counterfeit money operation ever. Unless there's some sort of unexplained side effect to go with it. Gemino! Alright! So our heroes grab the Horcrux and with the aid of a dragon, they escape killing dozens of innocent goblins in the process. And now all they have to do is get off the dragon.
I say we jump!
Ron now is hardly the time or place. So the three need to get into Hogwarts, so they head to Hogsmeade, setting off on alarm that sounds like somebody strangling cats for some reason, as they meet up with Dumbledore's brother, Aberforth. He reunites the three with Neville, who shows them through a new passage to Hogwarts Castle.
It seems, despite your exhaustive defensive strategies, you still have a bit of a security problem, Headmaster. afraid it's quite extensive.
Holy hell, you brought like 11 people. And 7 of them are from the same family. Where is the fucking cavalry? Are you meaning to tell me that the only people in the entire world that are against Voldemort are 7 gingers, 2 hot chicks, a werewolf and an African tribesman?
Exactly!
Ugh. So McGonagall steps in and takes out the Carrows, who don't even get a line of dialogue, as Snape flees.
As it happens, Mr. Filch, your arrival is most opportune. If you would, I would like you, please, to lead Miss Parkinson and the rest of Slytherin House from the hall.
Exactly where is it I'll be leading them to, Mom?
The dungeons would do.
Yay! Even the innocent 11-year-old first years.
Down to the dungeon.
I presume you have a reason for returning, Potter. What is it you need?
Time. Professor, as much as you can get me.
Time, Oh, there's some sort of magical artifact that McGonagall owns that has to do with time. Something about turning it back and it gives you more time. I think it was called immensely shitty writing. I mean, J.K. Rowling is a brilliant author, don't get me wrong, but she royally screwed up in Prisoner of Azkaban when she introduced the Time Turner. Now, admittedly, if Rowling had decided to bring back the Time Turner in her later stories, it would probably serve as the biggest MacGuffin in cinema history. But the very fact that we know such devices exist just gives us so many situations that could have turned out differently. And it gets even worse because the only life they saved using the Time Turner was an oversized CGI poop-spewing pigeon.
My thoughts exactly.
We can't keep out you-know-who indefinitely.
That doesn't mean we can't delay him. And his name is Voldemort. Phileas, you might as well use it. He's going to try to kill you either way.
Is that really what wizards and witches have thought all these years? That if you say Voldemort, he'll try to kill you? This is beginning to sound like a Monty Python sketch. I'm warning you, if you say Voldemort once more... Right, who threw that? Was it you? Yes. Right. Why did they say Voldemort?
Pier totum locomotor.
Whoa, steady on there, Minerva. Didn't you even check to see if anyone was standing there? Oh, hi, Minerva.
Man the boundaries, protect us. Do your duty to our school. I've always wanted to use that spell.
I've always wanted to reanimate stone statues to beat the living shit out of people. It's the little things in life. So Harry learns from Luna that the Ravenclaw house ghost can point him in the right direction of the diadem. So he goes to pay her a visit, although I have to admit, this scene makes little to no sense. Hear me out.
You want it destroyed?
Another swore to destroy it many years ago.
So Tom Riddle wanted the diadem so he could make it into a Horcrux, but why did Helena tell him where it was if all he said he was going to do was destroy it? What sense does that make? Hey Helena, can I have your diadem? What do you want it for? I want to destroy it. Hey? I want to destroy it. Can I have it? Oh, sure, I have it right here.
You do know where he hid it, don't you, Helena?
Why would she know? If Voldemort stole it, why would he tell her where he kept it? Kind of defeats the purpose of stealing something if your victim knows where the stolen item is.
You remind me of him a bit. It's here. In the castle.
Whoa. He reminds you of the man who stole and cursed your diadem, and now you're suddenly trusting him? You lobotomized piece of shit!
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole!
So, yeah, Helena goes on to say that the diadem is located in the place where everything is hidden. Yeah, I'd want to kill her too if she wasn't already dead. So Harry makes his way to the room of requirement. Meanwhile, Ron and Hermione go down to the Chamber of Secrets to pick up another Basilisk Fang to destroy the Hufflepuff Cup. Aw, how sweet. Say, let's hear how Emma Watson felt when filming this scene.
It just felt like incest.
Well, I'll never look at that scene the same ever again. How must have Rupert Grint felt when he heard that? Poor guy. You just got friend zone, Rupert. There for you, man. Well, once the cult gets destroyed, it, mildly disturbs Voldemort. Jesus! I'm sorry, I'm playing that again. So, Voldemort obliterates the shield, which kind of begs the question, why didn't he just do that to begin with? Well, anyway, the Deathly Hallows waste no time and begin their attack.
Run, bitch! Run!
So Neville outruns the Deathly as the Seamus's explosives take out dozens of them. In the meantime, Draco enters the castle via apparition. Wasn't only house elves and Dumbledore supposed to be able to do that in Hogwarts? Draco must be a house elf. Well, anyway, he grabs Goyle and Crabbe, who's now suddenly 30 pounds lighter, and black. Bear with me. What happened to the original actor who played Crabbe? He got arrested for growing. What else?
Marijuana.
And you know what's funny? Because he wasn't allowed to come back on set, they changed it so that Goyle died instead of Crabbe, as opposed to the opposite happening in the book. So in other words, smoking pot saved his life.
Come on, Draco. Don't be a brat. Do it.
Then later we'll kill him.
Easy.
Well, Goyle ends up setting the place on fire and snuffs it, as Harry manages to find the diadem. He chooses to save Malfoy and the other dude whose name we never learn, as they manage to destroy the diadem. So the next step for our heroes is to find the snake. So they head down to the boathouse where Voldemort is taking refuge. Voldemort realises that the other one can't truly be his unless he kills the wizard who killed its last owner. Snape realises he's fucked.
Nagini. Kill.
Ha! Great. Now the wand belongs to the snake. You did not think that through, did you? Not really. So, now that Alan Rickman dies in yet another movie, seriously, it seems like the only actor who beats him in dying roles is Sean Bean. Well, anyway, Harry gathers Snape's memories and returns to see what the battle has wrought. And as it turns out, there are a few casualties. Fred, Tonks and Lupin die. Off screen. Oh, you mother of leaky ass. How hard can it be just to give someone a death scene? How we don't even see a single second of them dueling? Come on, guys, Lupin and Tonks were cool as hell. Having Mad Eye die off screen was bad enough. You know, so many new Hogwarts professors have snuffed it now. It's almost ended up like that rhyme that he used to remember what happened to each of Henry VIII's wives. Let's see. Died, lost memory, died. Died, evil bitch, survived. It was ingenious. Well, Harry takes a look at Snape's memories via the pensieve and gets to see him and Harry's mother Lily at a young age. Wait. Throughout the entirety of the series, what have they been jamming down our throats all this time?
You know, the very first time I saw you, Harry, I recognized you immediately. Not by your scar, by your eyes. They're your mother, Lily's.
You have my mother's eyes.
Except for the eyes, of course. You have your...
My mother's eyes, yeah.
You have your mother's eyes.
Well, that's so fine and well, except the fact their eyes look nothing like Harry's. Good God, the one feature, the one thing you had to get right with this young actress, and you totally screwed it up. At least give us some context or something, you brainless puddle of banshee piss. God, I want to punch something right now.
The Dark Lord will return. And when he does, the boy will be in terrible danger. He has her eyes.
No, he fucking doesn't!
We both know Lord Voldemort has ordered the Malfoy boy to murder me. But should he fail, one should presume the Dark Lord will turn to you. You must be the one to kill me, Severus. It is the only way.
Oh, so Snape was a good guy all along. Yeah. Why couldn't you just talk to Littlefinger and faked Dumbledore's death? You're a potions master, man. Anybody know the story of Romeo and Juliet? Juliet takes a potion which makes her appear dead. Surely there's a potion in the wizarding world that can do the same thing. With a bit of careful planning, you could have convinced Voldemort that Snape killed Dumbledore. After all, we're talking about the same cockhead who chose to hide part of his soul in the very room his sworn enemy trained an army.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
So Harry learns that the 8th Horcrux is in fact him, so in order to destroy it, he must let Voldemort kill him. So he makes his way through the forest for his confrontation with the Dark Lord, and before you know it, Voldemort says Avada Kedavra like he's just passed a kidney stone, and Harry finds himself in, Limbo, I guess. Yeah, nice to know even baby Voldemort has no nose.
You can't help. Harry, you wonderful boy.
I knew it. Dumbledore was God all along.
Professor, my mother's Patronus was a doe, wasn't it? That's the same as Professor Snape's. It's curious, don't you think?
That has to be the most misleading plot reveal ever. Okay, for those of you who don't know, it's simple. The fact that Snape's Patronus is the same as Lily's is evident of Snape's love for her. But for anyone watching this movie without reading the book, what conclusion do you think they're going to come to? They're going to think Snape is Harry's father, aren't they? He'll be showing up on the Jeremy Kyle show for a DNA test in no time. So Dumbledore fucks off without telling Harry how to get back, as Voldemort orders Hagrid to carry Harry to the castle.
Harry Potter is dead!
Yay! I killed a 17-year-old boy who hasn't even finished school yet. And it only took me 17 years to do it. Good God, what have I been doing in my life? Bellatrix, call Crab. I need a doobie.
Yeah. We lost Harry tonight. He's still with us. In here.
Ah, too much cheese, Gromit.
So's Fred.
Whoa, what the hell? What the fuck is it with Ron's eyes? Have I got a defective copy of the movie or something? I mean, I can't believe anyone else has noticed this.
I will eat your soul.
Well, I didn't need those pants anyway. But Harry springs to action, much to everyone's surprise, as our final battle commences. I love this shot. I love how oblivious Neville is to everything that's going on. There's a mid-air flying body in flames waltzing right past your head, and you're like, seen it. So Harry and Voldemort fight their way through the castle, whilst Ron and Hermione distract Nagini. You know something? Wands are crap, aren't they? They require thought and power to make work, and almost all spells can be blocked. What I'm getting at is that of course you can't bring a magical weapon into the Muggle world, but why not bring a Muggle weapon into the Wizarding world? Seriously, all a gun requires is you pull the trigger, and I doubt you can block bullets. Hell, the purebloods won't even know what a gun even is. Hey Voldemort. What's that? Juice dispenser? Want some? Yay! To you, Tom. Well, Neville shows everyone how it's done and chops the head off Voldemort's snake. I said snake. Not silence. Ah! Snape, I thought you were dead.
I was.
You know what? Fuck it. Hedwig died in the past movie and he still won't leave me the fuck alone. So this final blow to Voldemort gives Harry the edge in the only battle against evil that was once sitting down, as Voldemort goes up with a puff of smoke like he had been smoking 60 a day.
Why didn't it work for him? The Elder Wand.
The wand never belonged to Snape. It was Draco who disarmed Dumbledore that night in the astronomy tower. From that moment on, the wand answered him. Until the other night when I disarmed Draco.
So that means
is mine.
Holy mother of God, this is incredible! A hero has in his possession the most powerful magical artifact ever to grace the wizarding world. With it he can rebuild this world, he can tend to the wounded, fix the broken castle, reward those who have helped over the years. He can heal the physical and emotional scars that Voldemort has wrought, eradicate Earth from the Dark Ages. He can bring peace and prosperity to the wizarding world. All hail Harry Potter, our Lord and Saviour. All hail Harry Potter, for he is the chosen one. All hail Harry Potter, for he is our Lord. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need this. Oh, okay. Alcohol helps. Proceed. No, that's not gonna do it. Oh. Okay. Continue. No. Oh. Okay. I'm good now. So after... How long have I been out? I've been out that long? Well, I gotta finish the review. I mean, how much worse could it get? I mean, it's not like they're gonna cut to 19 years later. It's holy mother of a humping ourself! Are you serious? There's so many questions you've left unanswered. Did they fix the school and finish their newts? What became of our three heroes? What sort of work did they go into? What about Neville and Luna? Did they get together? Did the Malfoy family ever get sent to Azkaban? I mean, who became headmaster? Did anyone else die in the battle that followed? Hell, what about Peter Pettigrew? You established quite clearly that he was the one who betrayed Harry's parents to Voldemort. Are we going to see his comeuppance? I need booze. So, yeah, instead of getting some much needed closure to the story, we get this crappy future where Ron grew a beer belly, Ginny has become frumpy, and Malfoy looks like a serial rapist. Truly how we all wanted to remember these characters.
John Williams and the London Symphony Orchestra, everybody!
And there we have it, all 8 Harry Potter films done and dusted. So, I suppose you want to hear my thoughts on the last one. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I freaking love this movie, and my biggest gripe with it is that there wasn't more of it. The way this movie was going, I would have gladly sat for a 3-hour runtime if it meant they could show us more. Why didn't they show Hagrid's capture? Or why didn't they show the Carrows more? Why didn't they show Draco helping out Harry in the courtyard? They even filmed it, why not show us it in the final cut? Personally speaking, I really wanted to see more of the other characters. This was the last time we could see them, yet we never see Lupin, Tonks, Fred, George, Fleur, Aberforth, Luna, Neville, Flitwick, Seamus, Dean or Cho ever duel anyone. Take this scene where Kingsley Shacklebolt royally owns this guy. God, that's awesome. More of that, please. But complaining aside, I can't really fault this movie on an entertainment level because this is edge-of-your-seat stuff. I found myself really caring about what happened to each character, and even though many don't get a death scene, it's still sad to see them go, and it's great to see the other characters rise to the challenge and kick some ass. and the acting is once again top notch, even though actors like John Hurt and Alan Rickman overact a little bit too much here and there. But I guess that's what makes the two so entertaining to watch, and I have to give credit to Radcliffe, who I think gives a much better performance in this movie. Despite some goofy reading still, he has really improved over the years, and I really hope he continues to make good movies in the future. One gripe I have to share though is the end of the movie, which, as you probably have guessed, I don't care for at all. If you take Return of the King for example, it spent a lot of time showing what happened after the ring was destroyed. And this made sense to me because we spent so long with these characters, we all want to see how they react to their own accomplishments, how they deal with life now that it's better. So how long did we spend with the characters after Voldemort was defeated? 4 minutes. It would have been nice to see what you were fighting for. To see what the wizarding world looked like after Voldemort died. To see it return to the good old days, not this lame 19 years in the future thing which immediately disregards any chance for a sequel. Okay, I know Harry Potter 9 is totally unlikely, but a guy can dream. It's kind of like Star Wars Episode 7. You know it's never going to happen, but there's always the off chance it could. By showing the characters 19 years in the future, it makes me think those 19 years must have been really boring years. I wanted to see more from their generation, not some kids who I've never seen nor care about. I know a lot of people won't agree with me on this, and if you do that's totally cool. Just know that this ending gave a little closure for me. But every movie has things I would change, and I really shouldn't banter on any longer. It's a great way to end the series regardless, and I'm certainly glad I could grow up with the actors as they aged to adulthood at the same time I did. It's a great series of films, and I'm sure future generations will enjoy it as much as we did. I'm the unusual suspect, more reviews to come, so stay tuned.